When you think of Iceland, you might picture glaciers, volcanoes, and the northern lights. But there's much more to this island than its breathtaking landscape. In this book, Þorgeir Freyr Sveinsson takes us deep into the heart of Icelandic life, its people, customs, humor, and the values that make this small nation truly unique. This isn't a travel guide. It's a survival manual for understanding how Icelanders think, live, and connect. Iceland sits on the edge of two tectonic plates, literally between continents, and its culture feels just as distinctive. The book reminds us that Iceland's harsh climate and isolation shaped its people into what they are today: resilient, independent, and deeply practical. With a population of just under 400,000, Iceland is one of the most sparsely populated countries in Europe. Almost everyone lives along the coast, especially in the capital, Reykjavik, where modern life hums against a backdrop of mountains and sea. Iceland was settled by Norse explorers in the 9th century, and their stories, the sagas, still influence Icelandic identity. People here don't just read them, they live by them. History, storytelling, and language run deep in the Icelandic soul. Speaking of language, Icelanders take incredible pride in Icelandic, one of the oldest living languages in the world. It's changed so little since Viking times that most people can still read medieval manuscripts, and they fiercely protect it. Foreign words are often replaced with clever Icelandic inventions. For example, computer becomes tova, a blend of number, ta, and prophetess, vova. It's poetic and a bit mystical, just like the culture itself. Daily life in Iceland is simple, egalitarian, and grounded in trust. Doors are rarely locked, and babies are often left sleeping outside in prams, even in winter, because Icelanders believe in the safety of their communities and the freshness of the air. There's very little hierarchy here. Everyone, from a bank manager to a cleaner, is treated with equal respect. Titles aren't used, even the president is addressed by their first name. Icelanders are famously self-reliant, but they're also incredibly supportive of one another. If your car gets stuck in the snow, you won't wait long before someone stops to help, probably with a smile and a joke about the weather. The book highlights that work-life balance is essential in Icelandic culture. Family time and leisure are as important as career success. Iceland is one of the world leaders in gender equality. Women gained the right to vote in 1915 and have been shaping politics ever since. Today, both men and women share childcare responsibilities equally, and paternity leave is standard. Marriage is common, but so are partnerships without formal vows. What matters more than labels is mutual respect and independence. Icelandic humor is dry, sometimes dark, and often self-deprecating. People don't boast, and showing off is frowned upon. Modesty is a quiet virtue here. At first, Icelanders might seem reserved, but once you earn their trust, they open up with warmth and wit. A typical conversation could easily shift from weather talk to elves, politics, or football, all in the same breath. And yes, elves are part of the culture. Many Icelanders don't necessarily believe in them, but they don't deny them either. Road projects have even been rerouted to avoid disturbing elf habitats. Food in Iceland is simple, fresh, and based on survival traditions. You'll find fish, lamb, rye bread, and skyr, a thick yogurt-like dairy favorite. But the old Viking foods like fermented shark and sheep's head are now more cultural curiosities than everyday meals. Festivals are lively and creative. The Thorablat Midwinter Festival celebrates old traditions and old recipe, while Reykjavik Culture Night fills the capital with art, music, and fireworks. And when the long, dark winter settles in, Icelanders turn to what they love most: books. In fact, Iceland publishes more books per capita than any other country in the world. They even have a word for it: the Christmas book flood, when everyone gives and receives books on Christmas Eve, then spends the night reading. Sveinsson's book captures an essential truth. Iceland's greatest resource isn't its geothermal energy or waterfalls, it's its people. They're adaptable, creative, and united by a quiet optimism. Whether facing economic crashes or volcanic eruptions, Icelanders share a saying: "It will all work out." That phrase sums up Icelandic life: resilient, hopeful, and always looking toward the next sunrise, no matter how long the night. So if you ever visit Iceland, remember, it's not just about chasing the northern lights or soaking in the blue lagoon. It's about understanding a society built on independence, imagination, and kindness. This book reminds us that even in a land of ice and fire, warmth always wins.